What up? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, A Gemini Gem. Today is April 27th, 2026, and I will be doing a reading for Taurus, okay? It is Taurus season, so happy birthday to all the Tauruses. I hope you guys are enjoying and having a beautiful, beautiful birthday. I do have Taurus in my chart, so let's see what the cards have to say, okay? Angels, ancestors, guides, God, the Most High. Show me clearly messages for Taurus, April 27th, 2026. I've been shuffling your cards already. Gonna do another shuffle and get right into the message. Put this over. Let's do one more. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Temperance, Six of Pentacles, okay? Earth, Air, Sagittarius, Earth. All right? So right off the bat, I'm noticing, I'll say the theme, right, is balance. Because you have Temperance, and then you have this Six of Pentacles. Both cards are showing balance, okay? The scales are balanced here, even though this one looks higher than the other, but it's the angle. If it's not the angle, then normally it's always shown as balanced scales for Six of Pentacles. And then the Temperance, usually in this card, the angel is pouring water like between the two cups, but you can see she's holding two cups, and the amount of liquid in the two cups is equal, balance, okay? So there is balance, okay? Temperance is about like prayers being answered, or like a new beginning after a rough time, right? Temperance is motion, flow, something that has a continuous flow, okay? It's about creation, alchemy. So alchemy is taking a piece of steel and turning it into a sword, right? Again, with that balance, continuous flow, continuous motion. Six of Pentacles is about what you give out to the world, you give back, you get back. So if you give out negativity, right, you give out negative energy, you give out attitude, you give out bad customer service, you give out, not caring about, like, people around you or yourself. That's the type of energy that you're going to receive back, okay? So the Six of Pentacles is like karma, sort of like you reap what you sow. And that's kind of showing up again in this spread as well, because the Seven of Pentacles is also about like what you reap is what you sow. This person is working hard. They've been working the land all day, all night, and they're waiting for, or I should say, they do that. They put in all that work in order to reap the rewards, reap the benefits. And once you are done planting all of your corn, right, now you're going to reap the benefits of making popcorn, or a corn salad, or you know, those different type of things that you can turn corn into, right? Corn salsa. So you've been working really, really hard. Okay, you've been putting in the work, you've been putting in the effort, and that energy, that good energy, that staying focused and continue to work, continue to flow, continue to move, as well as whatever good energy you're giving out over here is going to come back to you. Okay, the Knight of Swords is like a very like impulsive energy. The Knight of Swords doesn't really ask any questions. They're given their task and then they're just off to the races, okay? So you could be doing all of these things with like not even asking any questions. Like maybe somebody like over here, Six of Pentacles, is asking to borrow money and you're just doing it out the kindness of your heart. You don't care what it's for. You don't care when they'll be able to pay you back. You're just doing. You're creating. You're moving fast as well. Okay? Let's get a few more cards. All right, let me move these cards up so you can see them fully. So you have the Six of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Cups, okay? Fire, water, water, and water. So a lot of emotion, feelings showing up in this second spread, okay? Because cups are about emotion and love, that sort of thing. And you have, out of 4, you have 3 cards that point to, that are, water energy. So like I said, for the first row, what you give out into the world, you give back. Six of Wands is like recognition, applause, people looking at you, applauding you, telling you what a good job you've done. This is a soldier home from battle, and everybody is gathered in the town square to pat him on the back and tell him what a good job he's done. So everybody's recognizing him, congratulating him, making sure he is aware that they appreciate him, right? But there's something going on where there's some sort of like disappointment and sadness and sorrow over a missed opportunity, okay? Because the Five of Cups is about like crying over spilled milk, okay? Missing out on an opportunity. You being so distraught and sad over it that like nobody can console you. And even though these 3 cups in front of you are spilled, right, you have these 2 cups behind you which represent opportunities, okay? I don't really get the feeling that that's you, Taurus, right? Because you have all of these good things going on up here. You have the Six of Wands, and then it's like, then you're in sorrow and despair, but I don't feel like it's your energy. Somebody here, the Ace of Cups, is like an overflow of emotion. You see how the cup is overflowing with the water? The water is actually frozen though. It's like overflow of emotion, somebody crying, that sort of thing. And then the Seven of Cups is like nostalgia, people, places, and things from the past, something that reminds you of the past, okay? There's a lot of emotion around something that could have happened in the past, okay? Somebody feeling like they missed out on an opportunity. It could be that they're feeling they missed out on an opportunity with you, because look at you, you're being praised, you're being recognized, you're being cheered on, you're being, rewarded, being patted on the back. And maybe what you had going on up here, as far as like, the Seven of Pentacles, is putting in all of that hard work. Again, like working the land, tilling the land, watering your plants and your vegetables and that sort of thing. Maybe this person missed out on that opportunity, right? They missed out on all of that good fortune that finally came in. And that's why they're so upset over spilled milk and whatnot. Let's get a few cards to clarify. Clarify the Five of Cups. Clarify the Five of Cups. The Nine of Wands. Excuse me. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. This person's been to battle. He's been to war. He barely made it out, but he made it out. You see, he's injured, right? But he was able to get back up and, fight his way through. This person's resilient, they're strong, but they've been through a battle, right? They've been through someone trying to take them out. Okay, so this person that's in despair and crying over spilled milk, they are really feeling it. Like they're really going through life. Clarify these Seven of Cups. The Hierophant. This is your energy, Taurus energy. The Hierophant is depicted as the Pope, okay? Teaching those who want to learn. He has the knowledge. You see the keys? He has the knowledge to unlock. He has the keys to unlock knowledge. Okay, this could talk about marriage, could talk about religion, it could talk about, going back to school, higher education, and then it could also talk about like the law, the court, the government. But the Hierophant is all about like structure and customs and tradition. So something from the past, it could be under some sort of review, like in the court. Like a court case. Clarify the Ace of Cups. The Moon, Pisces energy. So something is being illuminated. You see how bright the moon is? And it's like shining a light on that path. And you see the crabs slowly coming out the water. Like something was done in the dark. And now it's finally coming to light again. Like something's under review. Like by the court, by the law. And the Hierophant also represents like a judge. And the Hierophant is also like God, like the highest judge of all, right? So something that was done in the dark, like something that was done so you didn't know about it in secret is finally coming to light. And this could definitely have to do with all of these emotions here, especially the Ace of Cups, like an overflow. The cup is overflowing with water. Somebody is overwhelmed with emotion, overwhelmed with crying. And again here, this person, the Five of Cups, they're in despair, they're crying, they're unconsolable, okay? So whatever was going on in the dark, it's finally come to light, but it did take a very long time. Clarify the Temperance. Nine of Swords. So You know, this person is having nightmares. They can't sleep. They're tossing, they're turning. Something is haunting them, you know, in their sleep. It's anxiety, depression, fear. And then you have the Nine of Wands here. So you have two nines. Whatever this anxiety and fear and depression, like it's all being balanced out. Like the Temperance again is like a new beginning after a tough time. Okay, clarify the Six of Pentacles. King of Wands, okay? King of Wands, fire energy, okay? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. This is a very, very like confident person, kind of cocky, entrepreneur, goes after what they want and they get, very passionate, very kind of forceful, right? The king, he sits on his throne and he knows he belongs there, right? Six of Pentacles. So yeah, again, like whatever energy you give out into the world, to the universe, you're going to get back. So, you know, all of this hard work that you put in, it could definitely have to do with like maybe you being an entrepreneur, because the King of Wands is an entrepreneur. He's like a go-getter. He like a leader, right? So he starts his own thing. So you could definitely had maybe started your own business with all the work that you did put in. Maybe somebody that you were supposed to go in business with, maybe they missed out, and this is what all of this crying and sorrow is. Or if they were part of the business, they possibly were doing something behind your back, and here the court is like unraveling, unveiling what that was, something in the past that happened. Let's get one more card. Six of Wands. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, okay? Ten of Pentacles is generational wealth. It also talks about family, so generations of family, mother, father, you know, children, grandchildren. It talks about real estate and land and investments and inheritance. So the Six of Wands is like you're being patted on the back. You're being recognized, right? Your family could be recognizing you for the job you did. Also, it could be like you are the breadwinner of the family. You are the victor of the family. You made it through. You secured your family's position in generational wealth. Okay? All right, Taurus, you guys drop a comment. Let me know if this resonates. Until the next time, peace.